Yep, that's good. Just don't hit my line.
Check that.
Now we got to get in there.
On this episode of Searchers, we're back at the John Julius LeMoyne house.
Well, we hadn't gotten to that piece of art yet.
Go away.
Okay, well, we just got another coin.
Look at that little thing.
On Searchers, we combine myth and history to find the truth.
So, we're back with another episode of Searchers, and for this
Frozen
episode,
Searchers.
Yeah.
Frozen Searchers, yeah. But we're also back at the John Julius LeMoyne house. So, we were here last week. We were doing our archaeological survey, and found some incredible stuff. We found the Maravedis, the Spanish coins,
2 Maravedis,
17th century Spanish coins. We
Couple
found
of
flat
buttons.
buttons. A projectile, so we found some good stuff. We've got some amazing volunteers back with us, or here with us today. The
Before you
Yough
were calling
Chapter.
them suckers.
Yeah, I know. The Yough Chapter of the Society of Pennsylvania Archeologists are back with us, and and working on this today. And then we've got some amazing volunteers, so we're going to see what we can find. But what are we doing today, Brian?
Well, we're doing more of a controlled excavation. We're actually going to put in test units.
Okay.
So we have our grid set up. You can see Carl back there right now. He's starting one of our test units. And we have another one opening up here as well. And then we have one more up here. So this is a very controlled excavation. We're going to make sure that we dig everything in layers and screen them as layers. So we get an idea of what artifacts are coming out of these different depositional episodes.
And then you're going to you're going to use a transit?
Yeah, so actually I have a thing called an auto level. So we're going to set it up. We're just going to make an arbitrary datum out here, 100, because I don't know what the actual elevation is out here. But instead of using little datum stakes at each of our units, we're going to use that. And what's great about that is that it ties everything in. So we have relationship between the test units.
Okay. And then Rich, also, you brought your metal detector, so one of the things that we learned last week is that we need to detect, around, after we dig, because we end up finding. Well, I found that button just by using my pinpointer. So we're gonna maybe do a little detecting, just in some of the holes to see what we have.
I'm gonna do a lot of paperwork today.
And Brian's gonna do a lot of paperwork. So it's
Go
probably
to the bathroom?
Pretty much.
Okay.
it is probably not going to be the most
Clean?
exciting episode.
Probably not. Well, I don't know.
Ain't gonna
Maybe
be the
it could be.
cleanest.
If we find stuff, yes. But
I mean, it's going to be real exciting because Clay is actually going to get into something today.
Yeah.
He's going to take a bath. in the cistern back there.
we're pumping the cistern dry right now, and so we're going to see what there wasn't a ton of water in it. So we're going to see what's in there though. Brian put a
magnet down in
a
here
magnet
to see if there's anything. But
we're both standing there.
like
Brian
this.
put a magnet in.
Yeah,
So-
flushing.
All right, might have to blur that out. So, but Brian
Just a bunch of slag stuff came out.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna see what's in there. We're gonna see what's in the bottom. At least get some good photographs of it to put on the episode here and to record it for our historical survey. So, I guess that's it. Not a lot of action today, but maybe some cool finds. We'll see what happens.
Oh, there'll be cool finds.
It should be fine. It's just they're all going to be in the screen.
Yeah. And it's a horrible day out here. It was beautiful all freaking week. It was bad on Saturday when we were here last week.
It rained Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then it decided to rain last night and snow.
And snow.
And
But-
snowed.
But it's clearing out right now, so
There
that's
is-
a good thing.
There's kind of a blue sky back
But it's
there
cool.
somewhere,
It's
so
going
we'll
to be a
see.
cool day. But hey, it's fine.
But
You'll
we'll
keep
see.
Like I
warm.
said,
Fine.
whichever
You'll
one
keep
of you
warm by
prayed
doing
for
this.
no rain today, next time be a little bit more
Yes,
specific.
exactly.
So,
All right, well, let's see what we can find.
Yeah.
So, let's go.
I got work to do.
I was gonna say I got no good ending right there.
I got a hold of it.
Let's go.
Look at that little thing.
Got something on it.
Cuff button or something.
I think that's what it is. Or it could, sometimes when they're small like this,
Is that a cufflink?
it could be like a little cufflink too, because actually, that's the thing. There were a lot more cufflinks than buttons. They were all cufflinks.
Yeah. It would have had
Surprised we don't find more.
piece of chain or something.
Little wire. Little wire to keep them together.
Yeah.
What that is.
It's this odd shape. It has a hole in the end.
It does.
It's like some kind of a V.
It's like some kind of
oddly
decorative.
shaped.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, at first I thought when you saw, oh, you've got an eye or something, but
What do you think, Carl?
I don't know. It looks like some kind of a bead, some kind of a decoration for something.
Like a
coming off of like,
teardrop,
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I thought it might have been like a pole for something, but it's curved.
could have been off like a, some kind of decorative.
What's it made out of?
It's
you
glass.
think? It's glass.
It's glass. So, you found a tomback button. So if you look at it, you see it has that little bit of a pyramid kind of look to it in the center.
Yeah.
So it's kind of spun. That's how you get that. And they're usually a little more, they look kind of like a silver finish to them a little bit. On the back, you can see it better there. But that's, that's in pretty good condition because typically the loops are always bent or broke off.
How old is it?
So this would be an 18th century button. Now it's made in the 18th century, but we're looking at a place that's 1826. So obviously they're going to have probably buttons from that, it does look like the late 18th century. But great find.
What do we got, Rich? Looks like another tomback. But what's cool about this one is it's still got the hook on the back of it. My bad. Yeah, it looks like another tomback, but it's still got the.
It's complete.
It's complete. It's beautiful, and it's bronze. Oh, that's nice. Where's your bag? And we did find this little drawer pull or something, which interestingly enough has a spike in it to hold it in. Conical bullet. I'm guessing late Civil War, early period, right after.
And it looks healed.
What's that mean?
You see that? I think what healing
Yeah,
is,
you're right.
And that's usually an earlier
What
bullet.
healed is when the bullet comes down, it tapers where it goes into the case. The early cartridges, hence why we call a 44 Magnum 44, but it's actually 429 caliber, not .44, because the original bullets were stepped down and they were even with the mouth of the case.
And a lot of times too
That could have been for a paper cartridge.
That's what I'm thinking. So your paper would have attached right here, your paper cartridge, or it was a gut cartridge. So they would almost like shellac gut, and so that when you would put it into, like, you're talking like the old 1860 Colts or 1858 Remingtons.
Yep.
So when you'd put it in, you'd crunch it down, it'd kind of break out a little bit.
That's about 45 caliber.
That's what it is. That's for a Civil War.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. I'm
That's
gonna
a drop.
I'm gonna enjoy looking that one up.
Yep, that's a drop.
I'm gonna enjoy looking that one up. Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Awesome find. Well, Clay, see, if I was here, I would have found that. But since I'm doing paperwork, you're gonna find all the good stuff.
And what sucks is that I found it and I'm not on camera.
Okay, there you go.
So I actually get to be on camera again. How about that? We were sifting through, what's that? What were
We were down in the actual A horizon.
A horizon, and it was really sterile.
Oh, wait a minute. This is made in China.
Oh, shut up. That joke only works so many times.
It works every time for me.
But we were going through, it was sterile. We weren't finding a whole lot. And I thought we just found another stone, showed it to Rich, and then we stuck our pinpointer on it, and it actually actually rings up. So
I hate
Can we see it?
No, hang on a second.
what's that?
What's a lead ball?
It looks chewed.
Oh yeah. Well, that's cool.
This was a doctor's place, right?
It
It was his son.
It was.
That looks like a chewed lead ball.
I don't know.
Clay probably did it. Clay.
Let me see your teeth. No, that really does. That
Let's take a look.
that looks chewed. Have to be cleaned up with a toothbrush a little bit better, but
What do we
Yeah,
got?
it's
40
chewed.
cal?
You can see it's on
that's about
opposing.
40, 45.
It's on
yeah.
opposing side. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait, it's not wanting to focus. There. It's on. You can see it's on opposing sides.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So round ball.
Wow.
Possibly chewed.
Nice.
Possibly chewed. That's even
Which
better.
would tie in with this being a doctor's office. So what's the old story? You always bite the bullet.
Bite the bullet. Yeah.
yeah.
They would put a bullet between their teeth and tell the patient to bite down on it for the pain.
Yes.
Free anesthesia. It beats hitting them in the head.
So really cool. That's our last bucket out of that hole. We were done.
And we just got done complaining because the last 4 or 5 buckets we pulled out of there, we didn't find
Haven't
anything,
found
and we
anything.
said the ground was sterile, and then Clay finds another.
So you're
tiny
gonna
ball.
are you gonna give these guys, any of these guys, a better hole, because you guys all morning have been
No.
killing it.
No.
You're not gonna
Hey,
share
hey,
it.
This is all about us, man.
Last time I checked, we were the stars of the show. So we had to find everything. In fact, I'm going to refilm everything that they found.
Yeah, that
and
you
be like,
found it.
I just found a button. But at any rate, really cool, nice lead ball. So
Hold it. So we're here in one of our most southern test units, and you can see that it's much deeper than ones we have to the north. But there's a lot of destructional fill in here, as you can see right along here, that we really don't have up north. But this is the stuff that we're wanting to look for. This is all of the old A horizon and all the deposition from when this was a residence out here. But what is interesting is what's going on right here and right here. Looks like we have two cultural features. Now, what they are, we don't know yet because we haven't bisected them. But you can see the edge of it, it kind of comes down right here, and this is where it's at in the floor. And this feature right here. This could be a post mold maybe, but what this is we really don't know yet. We'll have to actually expand the unit this way and see what the outline is. All right, so, now that we got it pumped out, you can definitely tell that this is a cistern. Now you might be wondering,
That puppy's deep.
It is. Now you might be wondering, what's the difference between a cistern and a well? Where a well will let water in, a cistern contains it. So it's going to keep it inside. And you can tell that, you can see the mortar that's been put inside here to keep the water in, not letting it out. Cisterns are really, they're pretty prevalent in urban areas. I've heard that, especially around here, we all know that we have really hard water. And what a lot of times they'd use these cisterns for was to wash with. Because the one thing you can't do with hard water is
Wash.
You can't get a lather.
Yep.
And the soaps that they had back then, really, you weren't getting, there wasn't much of a lather like the kind of soaps we have today.
Yep.
So they would love to have captured rainwater instead of the groundwater. And there was even some people that said that it was healthier to drink the cistern water than the hard water, natural hard water.
I find interesting the pipe going to it. I wonder if that was a drain for when it got too high.
That's exactly what it is.
That's
So
kind of-
that's your overflow
Yeah.
right there. So it would come up, and it probably came down in a little bit. Probably the rest of it's down in the bottom.
Yep.
Interesting. So definitely probably cisterns that were on this parcel. So like I said, they would have used it probably for wash water.
Hey,
Maybe drinking water. I
that's
don't know.
about to where the top of that mound of dirt is.
That's probably 1,000.
So
it's
Rich
probably
is-
8 or 10 feet deep. Don't say 3 foot.
That's twice his height.
Not when I got a stick in my hand.
At Rich's whole height reaching, that's about 6 foot, right?
About 6 foot.
7'2", Smarty. And if I jump, I can hit a 8-foot ceiling with the tip of my finger before gravity takes over.
Rich jumping.
Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's been infilled with anything, because a lot of times after a cistern could have fell into disuse, they would use it to throw stuff into, just like old wells and stuff like that. But that doesn't look like it's had much fill put into it.
And that's kind of what we were hoping,
We
that
were
there
hoping
might be
that'd be a
some
lot more
bottles or something
Yeah.
thrown in there.
So it looks like it's
We got a ladder?
possibly sterile. All right, so what do we find here, guys?
Found an old shell button. If you take a look at it, you can see the 2 holes that were punched in the center of it right there.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
It's half. Maybe the rest of it's in here.
Awesome. Awesome find, guys. Okay, so what we're doing here is we just got this unit, thanks to Rich, all the way down to what we're calling, this is what is a B horizon soil. So it's a sterile horizon. There shouldn't be any kind of cultural artifacts, in this. Maybe in the top couple centimeters, but this is where we stop for historians. But what we're doing is we're trying to clean this up because right here, looks like we got probably the foundation for possibly the kitchen's fireplace. So we got some stone here. We know it was about the same line with that chimney over there. So we're going to clean this up, get this all brushed off. We're going to take a plan view picture, just to document and hopefully expand this way and see what this foundation looked like. Chimney that was part of the civil kitchen. So here we are, day 2 of our phase 2 excavation, and we've already had a great find this morning out of the same area that we found our first Spanish coin. So here we are. This is actually Carl and Kevin's hole. So what did you guys find?
We found a Spanish coin, 1846 Spanish coin.
Awesome. Can we take a look at it?
Here it is. It's not very big, but it's copper, and it's got a beautiful back. Oh, yeah. And the front, you can make out the date 1846 on there somewhere.
And that's a Spanish copper coin.
Not sure who the queen is on the front, but we'll have to look that up.
That's perfect.
Brian?
Yeah. Okay, well we just got another coin.
Holy cow.
I don't,
Oh my
know,
gosh.
I don't know, I'm not sure.
Okay, hold on here.
It might not
see.
be a coin, it might be a button.
Oh, let's see.
It might be a button.
It's domed, it looks like.
Well, it could be dark though.
Well, it's a button. It's got designs all over it. It was silver plated. The back is still on it. It's got designs. This might be hallmarks on the back. I can't tell right now. But yeah, when this thing flipped over and I saw the big round thing, I'm like, God, it's a coin, big coin. And then you pick it up and you realize, oh, it's domed, it's a button. But still, it's a cool button.
What do we got, Kev?
I think it's a piece of flint. Brian, what do you think this is?
Yeah, that's definitely that's a prehistoric flake. You can see this would be considered like a whole flake because the striking platform is right there.
Okay.
So that's where they would have detached it, you know, from the larger piece that they were working. It looks like it's probably Flint Ridge, just by the kind of the pinkish red color to it. It's probably heat treated as well. It kind of looks like it might be heat treated, but that's a pretty cool find. I mean, I was wondering if we were going to find any prehistorics out here, but this is the first one, so this is great.
Cool. Nice.
Nice find.
Well, Clay found another one. Walked over after Kevin and I sat here and slaved for 15-20 minutes screening this out.
I think he's dropping it out of the hole in his
That's what I think.
Yeah. And it's a hollow base 2-band mini. Or Minier.
Minier.
Mini
balls.
No, I'm sorry.
Should be 3 bands.
I don't have my glasses on.
No, you know what that is.
That's a Sharps, isn't
That's
it?
a Sharps.
That's a Sharps.
That's a Sharps. That's a Sharps bullet.
That's about
52 caliber.
54,
yeah, so if you have paper cartridge, that looks like.
And that's the second one we found with a hole in the base like that. That other one had a hole like that
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna have to check
So
that
these are
out.
paper
I'm gonna have to
cartridges.
look at it tonight because I got a book on Civil War.
Yeah.
bullets.
I'll take out one home and mic it as well.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to come around here anymore. Stay away.
I'm pretty sure that's a Sharps.
No, one of us would have found that, Kevin.
Oh yeah. You know, you
Doesn't
could
matter.
let Kevin find something. You know, goodness sakes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Look,
Take your glove.
look at this hole. Look at the hole.
Take your gloves. Go away.
He just bitched that I wasn't helping. I walk over and help, and I get yelled at.
I know, it doesn't matter who finds it as long as it gets found.
See, Kevin, that's the way to think about things. He's better than you,
What do you
Rich.
think about that, Pete? Doesn't matter who found it as long as it's found. And yet Clay walks up after Kevin and I sat here and slaved and walks up and picks one right off the surface.
That sounds about how it usually goes.
Yeah.
Well, the way I look at that is that apparently you guys weren't doing a very good job because I just moved one piece of dirt and it was there.
Yeah, we hadn't gotten to that piece of dirt yet. That's all.
Go away.
Some more incredible finds. You know, I couldn't believe it. After the first day that we filmed, I thought, geez, you know, the 17th century coins and projectiles and all this pottery, you know, we can't do any better than that. And I feel like maybe we did. I mean, another Spanish coin, an 1846 coin, the large round ball, the musket ball with the teeth marks on it, which were absolutely, I mean, that's just incredible. You know, more pottery and the flint shard. I mean, just some great stuff that we found that I just, I can't believe it. And then to find those features that we didn't know were there. I mean, we had a pretty good idea where the fireplace was, but to be able to find the original foundation for that is great. And then those other features that maybe it's part of a stable, maybe it's part of a lean-to, we're not real sure. We're going to expand on those and see what we can find, but we will definitely be back to the John Julius LeMoyne house. We're going to keep digging. We're going to see what we can find on the 20th. So this coming Saturday, we're going to be back out there. If you want to join us, come on out. We'll be starting at 9 o'clock. It actually looks like it's going to be decent weather, but we're going to be out there at 9 o'clock. Come join us. You know, experience what it is to be part of this survey. And maybe you could turn up another coin. Maybe you could be there to turn up a flat button or whatever it may be. But, you know, we appreciate all the help that we got, all of the volunteers that were there. And, you know, I appreciate the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency for sponsoring this episode. You know, they've been great supporters of Laid Back History and now Searchers. So really can't thank them enough. And, you know, we're going to be back. We're going to see what we can find. And who knows, maybe next Tuesday we'll be back with another episode of Searchers. But if not, we'll be back with another episode of Laid Back History. So you have to tune in and see what we've got. But again, join us on Saturday, the 20th, November 20th, if you want to be part of this archaeological survey. The address of the property is 48 East Maiden Street, and that's in Washington. So maybe we'll see you on Saturday, but if not, we'll see you next Tuesday for an all-new episode of either Searchers or Laid Back History.